Hey everyone, my name's Andrea and I am an elite status presenter with Younique, and I wanted to just break down our comp plan because it is a little bit complex and it's something you kind of have to be in order to really understand it. So I'm going to do my best with something that my upline actually handed to me. Well, not to me personally. She makes it available to everyone, but I actually refer to this all the time, and it's laid out really nice and simple. So the Younique comp plan, oh, is it? Hold on a sec. Oh, there we go. Under understanding the compensation. So first I'm going to go over really quickly as I can. I want to keep this as short as possible. So a few abbreviations is PRS, which is our personal retail sales. So that's anything that comes off of your website, whether it's through a social media surprise order or something that you order yourself. And even hostesses that want to uh, do their own lash bashes or parties, virtual online parties, and they do that through you, those all count towards your personal retail sales. So it's not something you have to purchase yourself. It has to be purchased on your site. Next thing is company wholesale sales, and that's your entire downline with your own numbers included. So this amount is 75% of retail, but don't worry, you don't need to be doing the math chart in to figure out your royalties. The computer program, our back office actually does it for us, and even at your checkout you can see exactly how many points you're contributing to your royalties. Now, your royalties are what you get paid. Next is your qualified first level presenters. Those are your personally enrolled. In order for them to be qualified, they have to have 125 PRS. Now, it's in actual dollar amounts if you are in the United States. If you're outside of the United States, then the conversion is done so that it's not in dollars but in a point system. Hope that is clear. So in order for a presenter to be qualified every month, they have to have 125 PRS points. And in order for a presenter to stay active, they have to have 125 PRS within 3 months. So you don't have to be active if you don't want to, if you just want to be a kidnapper, what we call that, because you get a whole lot of makeup for a really great price, and a lot of women just want that kit. So you have the choice to either continue to sell or not. But if you want to continue to sell as a Younique presenter, you must have at least 125 PRS on the books every 3 months. Okay, your circle sales is the amount your team will need in order to qualify for the green levels and above. The circle sales are the amount that is remaining after your greens have broken off into generations, which we'll get into a little bit later. And that's when your first generation elites start forming. Again, we'll go over that really briefly later. So it's all about the broccoli in this plan. Carrots come later on, and I'm just going to read this word for word to you because it's written nicely. So just so you know, our plan is referenced as a hybrid unilevel breakaway comp plan and is unlike any other. Stair step is probably the leader's favorite part because it describes how we're paid increasingly on deeper and wider generations. So we get 3% on our first, as an example, 4% on our second, 5% on our last levels, instead of the traditional way of 5% on our first levels, 4% on our next, and 3%, and it gets lesser as you go deeper traditionally. With us, as you grow, you will see that you'll have many more of your third generations than you will with your first generations, resulting in a lot more money the deeper you go. Traditionally, you'll have also put less effort into those third generations because you'll be focused on training your first level so that they properly relay your, I guess, system deeper down. So those third generations, you put less work than you do for a first. So this is what is so amazing and why people do so well with this company. What's the secret? Well, there really isn't one. All you need to do is work hard, duplicate down your company, and keep it simple. You just party, sponsor, coach, and repeat month after month while teaching your team to do the same. And in the beginning, it's your goal to build wide like broccoli, not like a carrot. And eventually, you'll have lots of carrots coming out of that broccoli because of the system, but that's really great. And as you build wide, you teach your team to do the same, and you will reap the amazing benefits of our comp plan. If you are relying only on one leg, it's not the way to go. And just because you get one really, really strong leg, that doesn't mean your work is done. You have to do it again and again, month after month. This is direct sales, and we reset every month. So your goal, our goal, is to build as many leaders as possible and help them reach their goals and change lives, which is exactly what we do, because we do not make money off of our personally enrolled. Nobody does. The only time that we're successful is if our team's successful. And this company is actually true to that. Not like other companies I've been in, where you still make a percentage off of them enrolling. Here, it's nothing, and you don't make anything until they are successful. It's beautiful. So you work hard on yourself to make everybody else better, and everybody works hard on themselves to make everybody better. It's a wonderful thing. So what do all of these colors mean? What is white status, green status, orange status, blue status? Let's get into that. Basically, white status is the entry level. This is where every presenter starts. You earn 20% on every sale that you have right off the bat, including your own personal sales, and are actually paid very quickly within about 3.5 hours of a sale. And you get, once you get $1,000, you PRS, you are then considered a yellow status presenter. Yellow status is your first benchmark, and you'll need $1,000 in lifetime personal sales. So you can take as long as you want to get there. Personally, it took me 6 months. Yes, I know. I'm not one of those wonderful stories of reaching the top of the company in 6 minutes, right? It took me 6 months to reach yellow. I just had to find my groove in this company, and once I did, I actually it took off by itself. It was wonderful. So you can take as long as you need to reach yellow, and normally after yellow, your sales reset. So where did I leave off? Once you get to $1,000, then you're paid 25%, so you get a pay raise on your PRS for life. You'll never go below 25% on any of your retail sales. Every month, every presenter starts back over at yellow. So once you are advancing, you hit pink, and you need at least $250 in PRS, and one person that you've personally enrolled selling $125 or 125 PRS. They have to be qualified. And your entire team, between whoever you have sponsored, that month needs to do $2,000 in company wholesale sales. And you earn 25% on your PRS, but also 3% on your company. Yay! Next level is blue, and same PRS every month, 250 PRS, but you have to have 2 personally enrolled sponsors, personally enrolled presenters that are qualified, and a total of $4,000 in company sales. You earn, of course, your 25% on your PRS, but 4% on your company. And for everyone, we're paid on the 8th of the following month every single month. So this is the Royalties Program. We went up until the exemplary presenters, pink and blue. So white, yellow, pink, blue, as you can see right here. There's your 20% when you first enter. Yellow, you bump up your first pay raise 25%, and it stays that way until you become an elite presenter. In between those two is an exemplary presenter, the pink and the blue, and you make more on your circle as you gain more people. So now we're going to get into elite presenters and exclusive presenters, and I'm going to just kind of briefly go over it. These areas are really where you have to be in it to understand what is going on. You have to actually experience it. I will do my best to explain it with the notes that I have, and if you do have any questions, drop a comment below and I will answer it to the best of my ability. So here we go. Want to make great money with Younique? Then you want to aim for green. That's the first level of leadership with Younique. You hit green with $10,000 in company volume and at least $2,000 in circle volume. And of course, your circle volume counts towards the company volume. You have to have 3 qualified personally enrolled presenters, and then you'll have to have $500 in PRS, $10,000 in company wholesale sales, and 3 qualified presenters. I just said that, didn't I? You'll earn 30% on your PRS, nice little pay raise again, and 5% on your circle sales, another pay raise. And if you have someone that you've personally enrolled turned green as well, then you earn 3% on their circle sales. You do have to remain at $2,000 on your own circle sales. So when your personally enrolled presenters turn green, they actually break off of your, I don't want to say they break off your team, but they become their own company. So they're still included in your company sales, but they're no longer in your circle. So this has taken place to me several times where you think you're doing so well in the month, and we actually have to maintain our color status through to the end of the month in order to qualify as that color and get paid as that color. So I could be green all throughout the month, and if any of my personally enrolled all of a sudden do something extremely wonderful and get to green themselves, they break off of me and I now have to hustle and get my numbers back to being green without them in that circle. Hope that makes sense. I told you, it kind of gets confusing once you hit green. But what you need to know is you get a pay raise, yay! And the more people that really break off of you, the more money you're going to make. It's really quite a beautiful plan. So once you hit green twice, you actually get to go to a leader retreat in Park City, Utah. They pay for you. You pay to get there, and they pay for everything else, and they know how to throw a really nice welcoming to the company at that level. So moving on, orange, same PRS. You have to now double your company sales from 10 to 20,000. 3 qualified first level presenters, 4,000 in circle sales, and a first generation, a personally enrolled green presenter. So you're still paid your 30% on your PRS, 5% on your circle sales, but again, your volume is more, so you're going to be getting more. Eventually, you will have multiple second generations under your first generation, and this is where the money just starts to explode, because it kind of does it on autopilot because everybody's working hard, right? Next, we get into exclusive status. Once you hit purple, your PRS still stays at 500, and your company sales now have to be bumped up to 40,000. You get 4 first-level qualified presenters, 2 first-generation greens, and 6,000 circle sales. This is what you have to maintain in order to be purple. You earn your 30% on your PRS, 6% on your circle, 3% on your first generation, and 4% on your second generation. And lastly, the top of the company is the black status. Again, the numbers are pretty much the same, except your company volume numbers are bigger. So instead of 40, you have to be making 80,000 in company sales. I'm not going to read it anymore, because once you're in it, you understand it. Younique's also releasing 3 new levels within the black status. So we have actually had people reach black status in just a few days, actually, when we launched in the UK, and it was unheard of, and it was so fantastic, and she was able to maintain it. And I think it's a beautiful thing that we're able to have a comp plan that rewards people so fast. And because we do have a lot of, well, it's not a lot, but we do have quite a few that are excelling within this status. So they put some new levels within the black status. So they have a car bonus now, and there's so many more things. If you want to get there, you want to know more about it, get to green first, and then we'll talk. So I hope that was as clear as mud on a really rainy day. And if you do have any questions, once again, drop me a comment, send me a message. I'm open to hear everything that you have to say. So nice doing this for you. Take care.